call the meeting to order, please. Adoption of the agenda 2.1, and I should like to request that the agenda for the October 23rd, 2018 regular meeting of council be adopted as amended, and with these two energy sustainability grant and new energy grant targets for community buildings. This is from the Columbia Basin Trust, and I would like these to be included, please. So could I have a motion accordingly? Councillors Salt and Blanchette. Okay, any discussion, any further amendments, council? Nope, hearing none, all in favor? Carried. And agenda item 3.1, adoption of the minutes of the previous regular meeting, council, and they will have to be amended as well. I don't know if council, if anybody saw any, I guess I'll take a motion, please, first to adopt them. Blanchette and Torgerson, and any errors or omissions. Okay. With respect to council reports, okay, we have the 4 councillors, and my report was not noted.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly.
I have it all.
You have it all? Okay.
VCTV has
Okay, that's right. Okay. Okay, so if there are no further errors or omissions, all in favor? Carried. And agenda item 4.1. We have Mr. Pete Pearson on behalf of the Royal Canadian Legion to make a presentation to us. So welcome, Mr. President.
Good evening. Thank you, Your Worship, and councillors and staff. So I have with me tonight my first Vice President, Eugene Jamin, Poppy Chair, and Second Vice President, Marie Burkbeck. So our mission tonight is twofold. We're introducing a new initiative by the Royal Canadian Legion of Canada entitled The Bells of Peace, a remembrance of those who served in the First World War. So I will do a little blurb here.
Okay.
So the Royal Canadian Legion was born from the ashes of the First World War. As Canada's largest veterans organization and in partnership with Veterans Affairs Canada, we have been handed this torch of remembrance to hold high and never forget the sacrifices made in the name of Canada for Canadians. November 11th, 2018 is 100 years since the signing of the armistice that ended World War I. So the aim of the Bells of Peace program is to create a remembrance event that highlights the sacrifices of Canadians who served in World War I. Approximately 7% of the total population of Canada was in uniform at some point during the war. And so bells call us to wake, to pray, to work, to arms, to feast, and in times of crisis to come together. On November 11th, 1918, the ringing of church bells erupted spontaneously across the country as an outpouring of relief that 4 years of war had come to an end. The initiative is designed to emulate that moment of remembrance in communities across Canada. So what we're looking to do as a Legion is at 7 p.m. on November 11th, ring bells, sirens with the fire department, BC ambulance, public, pots and pans on your step to remember that. Tonight, we're proud to present the first poppy of the Poppy campaign. I don't know if we want to come forward.
Okay.
So we'll do the first poppy to Your Worship the Mayor and to
Thank
Council
you very
and
much.
staff for
Thank
the
you.
2018 Poppy campaign.
Centers, which
Oh,
replace the bins in them.
Okay.
So that you can't lose them as easily.
Good, that's good. Well, I know that I always used to end up buying a few during every, but I think it goes right here, right?
Yes.
Over the heart, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You as well.
Thank you very much.
Take a look at the back.
I've got some more things in there too.
We're also giving a poppy center.
I don't have a poppy center right now.
Oh, here. Send that one
Here's an
down.
extra one. Thank you.
Well, I think everybody can just stand behind their station. And, good.
Do you want them behind the station?
Sure, and I think maybe our three Legion members could stand here somewhere with us too.
Okay.
Sure.
Where would you like us?
Well, just,
Behind or in front?
just, yeah, we're,
Oh, we want to be in front or behind you guys?
yeah, you could just come over here, Marie. Sure.
Okay, Jean, you're on the wrong side of the house.
He's trying to hide back
You need
there.
us to scrunch in more, Diane?
Yes.
Do you want us to come out in front, Diane?
I think we'd be.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's do that.
I know we were out front last year.
Okay, yes, that's right, we were.
I'm assuming we can edit.
You could stand over there. Sure. Don't worry, quick challenge.
I'm perfectly fit for my shoes.
You are perfectly fit for your shoes.
Short ones and
Carleena,
you have to get in there.
I think I'm
you're a little tall.
Oh, good. You can join us back here, Carleena. There you go.
Make sure everybody's head is showing.
Yeah, that's it, right here. Don't move. You're gonna do another one, because I usually find somebody has blinked. Okay, Marie, look over here, not over there.
Okay.
Okay. Now there's Gord. There you go.
I call him Mr. Peters now when I stay out of trouble.
We're good there?
Thank you.
Thank you.
They'll be in the stores on Friday night.
Okay. Okay, well, I should like to thank the Legion members for coming to our council meeting this evening and giving us the historic message with respect to the First World War on November the 11th of 1918. It's the year my father was born. And we did have members, but they were their uncles that were in the First World War. So I want to thank you again very much, Mr. President, and first vice and second vice. That doesn't sound quite right. I'll say first vice president and second vice president. Yeah, that's right, yeah. So thank you again very much. And councillors, I'm going to open up the floor if you want to say a comment to them with thanks for our poppies. Okay?
Thank you, and thank you for bringing attention about the ringing of the bells on the 11th. That's
Yes.
great.
I wonder if any of our churches still have chimes and bells.
We will be contacting the churches and emergency services too.
Okay,
The Catholic Church still has their bell.
good. That's good.
You know
So,
what happened today with the church bell?
okay. So I'll take a motion, please, to receive the delegation. Okay, Torgerson and Saul. Any further comments? All in favor? Carried. We have a reading file, and is there anything that council wishes to bring forward for discussion or for a resolution? Yes?
I'd like to do the age-friendly funding. I'd like to see if we can get staff to apply for the age-friendly Stream 2. The Elder Care Committee, that's part of Northern Health, wants to do a fall seniors fair, so this would be perfect.
Okay. Will you make that motion?
Yes.
Okay, could I have a seconder, please? Okay, Councillor Salt. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. We have the Regional District of Fraser-Fort George and Regional District of Bulkley and Chaco, the Agricultural Adaptation Strategies Project invitation. And we do have people here who are in agriculture, and I was wondering if council wishes to have staff get in touch with some of them and perhaps apprise them of that meeting that's happening in November in Prince George. Yes, Councillor Reimer and Councillor Blanchette. Okay, and we did have, I don't know if the staff still has a list from when the Minister of Agriculture was here, and we had food raisers, agricultural people here to meet with him, and quite a lot of chairs were occupied. So I don't know if we still have a list, but I'm sure that one could be comprised quite fairly quickly. Yes.
And I know Renee McCloskey has shared it on the McBride Facebook discussion board.
Okay.
And so we can share that as well in Valemount to just very catch anyone in Valemount that's in the industry as well.
Good, you know, and there could be carpooling. If they go early enough to be there in time for the meeting, and then lunch will be served. Okay. I want to tell you something that I did not know. Minister of Agriculture was sitting on that table, and all the people here who are in agriculture were sitting on these chairs, and the chairs were full. And I did not know until that day that there's cattle rustling happening. And I said, I thought it happened just in old Western movies. And former Corporal Berstrom said, no, it happens even today. And I said, because they raise cattle, and I said, well, you know how to shoot. So anyway, okay, so could we have a motion to refer that to staff for assembling some of the people who are in agriculture around here? You have the motion already? Okay. Is there any further discussion? No, hearing none, all in favor? That's right, Councillor Reimer made that motion. Okay. I don't know what council wishes to do about number 5 with respect to issuance of licenses for the retail sale of non-medicinal cannabis. I feel that perhaps that should be referred to the next council, but I should like to do it with a little suggestion of advice that it be done maybe town hall meeting or something like that, so that everyone can contribute and express their thoughts as to what they want to see in their town. Yes, Councillor.
Part of the stipulation too is that you need to have that public input in order to base your approval or non. They're going to ask for that, so
Okay.
it's going to be something that
I
has to be
think
done.
it's very important, and yes. Okay, so I just feel a town hall meeting, and even if there is someone who, you know, even having local doctors and local RCMP there to
I would very much like to see people from Victoria here.
Yes.
From that department.
Yes, that's right, yeah. Okay, so we'll just leave that without any motion at this time, maybe just a notation that town hall meeting was recommended. With the information provided by law, medical, and Victoria. Thank you. Now, is there anything further that council feels should come forward from the reading list?
Your Worship,
Yes.
I failed to define where you put the amended information from CBT. Is that in new business, or is that in the reading file?
I think that should probably go into, I think, the reading file. Yeah. I think we missed, did we miss new business?
No, it comes later.
No, it comes later. Well, we could do that under new business.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. That way it stands out more. Okay. All right. So 9.1, Village of Valemount Permissive Tax Exemption Bylaw number 790, 2018. Recommendation that the Village of Valemount Permissive Tax Exemption Bylaw number 790, 2018 be adopted. Torgerson and Salt. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. Agenda item 9.2, Village of Valemount Council Remuneration Bylaw number 791, 2018. that the Village of Valemount Council Remuneration Bylaw, number 791, 2018, be adopted. Salt and Torgerson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. 9.3, Village of Valemount Fees and Charges Amendment Bylaw number 792, 2018, that the Village of Valemount Fees and Charges Amendment Bylaw be adopted. Okay, Salt and Torgerson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. Village of Valemount Development Cost Charge Bylaw number 51602, 2002, Amendment Bylaw number 793, 2018, that the Village of Valemount Development Cost Charge Bylaw number 51602, 2002, Amendment Bylaw number 793, 2018 be adopted. Okay, Reimer and Torgerson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. And 10.1, we'll go to council reports. Councillor Blanchette.
On the October 15th, we had a meeting with the Simp First Nations. That was it.
Okay. Councillor Reimer.
I was also at that October 15th meeting with the First Nations and Thursday Housing Committee meeting.
Thank you. Councillor Salt.
On the 15th as well, a meeting with the Simp First Nation. And I don't know if tonight's the night to say a farewell speech, or will that be at the inaugural?
At the inaugural.
Okay, thank you.
Tonight is still a regular council
A regular meeting.
Yes. Thank you. Councillor Torgerson.
Joined you all on the 15th, meeting with the Simp First Nation, and on the 17th they had a board meeting of ARDA.
Okay, thank you. And I too joined council for the October 15th SIMC meeting, and it was very productive, and I see with a new chief, certainly very different style than Chief Nathan and others, but I find her quite ready to be cooperative. Also, I had a teleconference with Columbia Basin Trust Investment Committee. I attended the Regional District of Fraser Fort George board meetings last week, and I met with Linda LaFleur, Columbia Basin Trust staff person from Nakusp. Okay, so I should like a motion, please, that the verbal reports provided by Mayor Townsend and Councillors Blanchette, Reimer, Salt, and Torgerson be received. Blanchette and Torgerson. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Carried. Agenda item 12.1, recommendation that the project file tracker be received. Oh, sorry, new business. Yes, thank you. All right, I should like to entertain a motion that this, the new energy grant targets community buildings and energy sustainability grants be referred to staff for them to determine what would be beneficial to the Village of Valemount, and then we could commence applications. Councillor Torgerson and Councillor Reimer. Okay. Is there any discussion? Yes.
It's just a fantastic opportunity.
Oh, I think so too. That's why when it was emailed to me, I forwarded it to Ms. Shepherd and said, please print and add it to the agenda tonight. Yes, Councillor.
There was a Historical Society meeting this afternoon, which I did not attend, but the feedback from it was they need to replace all the curtains at the museum building. And they were having difficulty finding grant money to do that. So this would tie in very nicely with some energy efficiency. The curtains do have some R value.
Yes, I do.
So if there's some possibility that that's certainly one of the buildings that could get attention under this program.
And with respect to draperies, there are the thermal ones that do keep out the cold in the wintertime. Yes, so that would be good. Could be referred to them as well. And the Village of Valemount is responsible for the museum building, the maintenance, the upkeep, etc. Yeah. The regional district just pays for the operation grant. Okay. So, did you want to add that as another motion? That it be referred to the Historic Society?
I'll do that.
Okay, moved by Councillor Reimer and seconded by Councillor Torgerson, that this information be provided for the Historic Society and the Museum Administration. Okay? Anything further? All in favor? Carried. Okay, so projectile file tracker. Motion to receive, please. Okay, Blanchette and Salt. And is there anything that council wishes to bring forward for discussion? Or questions or comment? Everyone is content with the progress of everything? Okay, hearing nothing, all in favor of receipt? Carried. 13.1, calendar of events for October and November 2018. There's no motion required, but is there anything that council has a question of staff? Nothing? Okay. 14.1, public comments on items considered by council as part of the approved agenda. Is there anybody that wishes to make comment? Public comment.
My
Yes.
only concern is with the outgoing of Councillor Sandy, so who's going to take care of the errors and omissions?
Is that all I'm known for?
That's what you're commended.
I'm sure someone else will pick up for me.
I think that was just a little humorous injection. Yes.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so if there are no public comments then, and we do not have an in-camera meeting, so motion to adjourn. Okay, Torgerson and Blanchette. It's adjourned. Wow, 7:22.